everyone. This is Jack Hurley, Superintendent of Schools, for another edition of Word from the Superintendent. We are moving very quickly through the school year, it appears, as the end of October and November arrives. For those of you in grades 4 to 12, that means it's the end of the first quarter, and report cards, assessments, and the like will soon be distributed. And for those of you in the elementary level, you're well on your way through the first trimester, as the school year, as I said, is really moving along very rapidly. It's also moving along very successfully. We've had a lot of very interesting events going on in and outside the classroom in the last several weeks. One of them was the dedication of the Lincoln Woods project. The ribbon cutting took place on October 17th. And if you're not familiar with it, the Lincoln Woods is an area of protected green acre land behind Lincoln School, and it is the borough has the control of the land. We have partnered with them and working with the borough, the DPW, the Board of Education, the Rutherford Education Foundation, a Lincoln Woods Restoration Committee made up of community members and parents of Lincoln School, and many, many other folks in the community, the Shade Tree Commission, local nurseries, have all worked together over the last 5 years, raising money to clear the woods, have trails, have learning stations, signs posting to identify the different types of trees and plants that are in the woods, and animals in terms of birds and squirrels and chipmunks and the like. And it really is a very tranquil, rustic place. It also is a place that we are using with our students as a learning facility, a learning lab, a real life experience, especially for our K-3 students. We had the kindergarten class there last week, and they really had a wonderful day exploring aspects of nature and environmental and earth science. Also in the woods, there is a butterfly garden that was dedicated last spring. So it really is a wonderful community event and a partnership to get this up and running. And I thank everyone for their work on that, and especially to Ms. Valechko, who really, as principal of Lincoln School, really did coordinate a lot of these activities and was in constant touch with me, the mayor, the council, the parents, and the community to get this going. Other events going on throughout the district. Our new programs are off and running well. Our preschool is nearly at capacity. Our ABA preschool is also at capacity, and those programs are functioning very, very well, and a real pleasure to see the growth of the children. At the middle school, our Z-Space lab has been installed. The teachers have been given some professional development, and we're beginning to utilize Z-Space with our students. We also have a maker space in Union School that's really running very, very well. STEM program throughout the district, with the emphasis now at the K-6 level, and especially in Pierpont School. There will be a night on November 3rd at Pierpont School when the STEM program will be highlighting some of their early projects. And in the middle school, the robotics club, and coming out of a class that's also being taught in STEM, is getting ready for a competition with other schools in the South Bergen jointure. Our world language program is thriving in the K-3 area. We were able, with the reorganization, to have a fully dedicated world language Spanish teacher working with our K-3 population, and that program is really, again, exciting and thriving, and the kids are already showing some tremendous growth in the world language and Spanish. Our co-curricular programs are doing very, very well. At the high school level, our band, our football team, our cross-country team, our tennis team have all had remarkable championship seasons to date. And our other programs are also soccer, volleyball, are also having really, really outstanding seasons. As we move into October, late October into November, that's when some of the final championship rounds and state tournament competition takes place, and we encourage you to support our teams and follow how they're doing. So in many, many ways, those are just a few highlights. It's been a great start to the new year. The most important thing is the day-to-day operation in the building. The classrooms, the academic programs that we have now from pre-K all the way up to grade 12 are really doing very well, and our students are doing very well and representing us well. A couple of things looking ahead. I will have a coffee hour with the superintendent. I started these last year, and the first one will be Saturday morning, November 19th at 9 a.m. in the high school cafeteria. If you're interested and you want to stop by for a quick cup of coffee and conversation, or if you want to stay the full hour or so, that's fine too, and discuss anything you may have on your mind in connection with the schools. For our K-6 program, we'll be having our parent conferences in November. November 17th is a one-session day for students and on that grade level, and November 18th is a no-school day for students in K-6 as we do our annual parent conferences. And of course, as Thanksgiving now looming ahead, the start of the holiday season, we will have our traditional one-session day on the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and then the Thursday, Friday recess for Thanksgiving. Keep in mind that we have an important election coming up. Not only do we have the presidential election, Congress, Council, Borough Council, and Congress and election here. We also have the school board election, and on that day we will be closed for school election day, and that Thursday and Friday following election day is the teacher convention day. So that's that week, the week of November 7th, with no school for students on the 8th and no school for students on the 9th and 10th, is certainly a different week, but an important week for our teachers as they have the opportunity to participate in their state convention, and for the local community and the state and the nation as we have a very important election. And of course, polls are open in our schools on that day. One final bit of information: we're at the very beginning stages of a long-term strategic planning committee that's going to be looking at the entire school programs, our academic programs, our co-curricular programs, our involvement in the community, our facilities. This committee is going to be looking at where the school district is and where we'd like it to be in the next 3 to 5 years. The committee is made up of teachers, administrators, board members, parents, students, and we'll be meeting throughout the year to give a report to the board on the vision that we have for the district, or that the community has for the district, so the board can look and make some decisions going ahead as to the future of the schools. One of the things, the reason why I'm mentioning this, Ms. Velechko is chairing it, and there are 13 members of the committee. We may be, from time to time, going to faculty, to staff, to community members, to gather information, survey some opinions and some thoughts. We ask your cooperation in that. There's no agenda for this committee other than to plot a course in terms of where the district's heading. Any good organization needs to have both short-term plan, goals and objectives, but also a long-term vision of where it wants to be. And this is a united effort with the board, the faculty, and the parents and the community to develop that vision, develop that plan. So I wish you a wonderful fall, a very happy Thanksgiving, as I'm not sure if our next video will make it before Thanksgiving, and if it does, I'll wish you another happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy some of the time off in November, but also remember, as the year moves along, we really now are moving into some really important time for our students in terms of their academic growth. As we move into the second quarter of the school year, we begin to build on all the foundations that we revisited in that first quarter, and we really take off in our program. So good luck as we go forward. If you can be of any assistance, please contact your building principal or contact me. Until next time, Jack Hurley, Superintendent of Schools.